Hi, welcome to Forest Rock Qigong, and this is a 10-minute Qigong routine for lung health. This is to increase the capacity and also the strength of your lungs. I'll go through the 5 exercises first in the 10-minute period, and then I'll go back after that and I'll talk about each exercise in a bit more detail about these exercises. So the first one we're going to do is about opening the breathing. Now you're going to put your hands on your lower dantian, and I want you to for a female, you'll have your right hand with your left over the top. For male, you have your left with your right over the top on your lower dantian, which is underneath your belly button. Yeah. So you're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Long, slow breath, yeah? Breathing in, inhale through the nose. Feel like you're opening the chest. Long breath in and a long breath out through your mouth. This helps the chi circulate. It'll help to also regulate your heartbeat and also quiet your mind. Long, slow in breath. Long, slow out breath. Long, slow in breath. Long, slow out breath. Good. So the first exercise we're going to do is called floating silk hands. It's from the Sherba Sher Tai Chi Qigong system. I'm going to mirror you. I'm going to give you your right hand so you get both hands come up. And then turn your right hand palm up and comes back. Keep your elbow down. Bring your hand around. And your hand comes forward and turns over the top of your hand, pushing forward. And you breathe in as you come back. Breathe out as you go forward. Breathe in when you come back. Breathe out when you go forward. Okay, you're turning from your hips. Breathing out. This activates the energy of your kidneys and your lungs. Helps to increase the capacity, your breath capacity. Long, slow breath in, long, slow breath out. Also helps to clear any tension in your shoulders and also your chest. Breathe in. Breathe out and finish. Your hand across the other hand and your hands back. And then down. Next one we're going to do is called pushing clouds. It comes from the long life Qigong system. And you bring your hands up and you push your hands forward. As you do that, you lower your knees and bend down. Then you bring your hand, you stand back up, your hands go down, they come up. Push your hands forward. And you breathe in as the hands come up. And then breathe out. In and out through your nose. Breathe in. And breathe out. In. Breathe out. Breathing in, so you breathe a long, slow breath. Long, slow breath out. Last one. Breathing in. Good, stay standing up. The next exercise we're going to do is called Sage Presents Peach. This is from the Shirba Shir Tai Chi Qigong system as well. You're going to rock back onto your heels. You're going to go to the right side first, and you're going to bring your hand out. It's like holding a peach in your hand. Then breathe in as it comes back, and then breathe out. This exercise helps to increase lung capacity as well, as also opens the heart and helps with the lung and the heart connection. You rock back on the heel, off to the other heel, and then come forward. And when you're leaning forward, don't lean forward, just keep your back nice and straight, and you're holding the peach in the hand. Bottom hand comes up past your lower dantian, over the top, and you're presenting the peach. Keep the back straight. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Exercise is also very good for your spleen and stomach. It's good for the digestive, good for calming the nerves. It's very good for any emotional upsets. It's almost like you're giving the emotional upset away, breathing out. You're taking all that internal upsets and you're giving it away. This is if you do lots of intellectual work, this is a good way to unwind the mind, to get the mind to be quiet. It's a really good exercise for insomnia actually as well. It slows down the breathing, but it also tonifies the heart. Breathing in and breathing out. It's a good exercise to do at the end of the day to unwind from the day. But it also strengthens your lung capacity, also strengthens your breathing, helps with asthma, helps with bronchitis, helps with any breathing difficulties. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Bring your hand back down. Good. Now bring your hands back on the lower dantian again. And then take a breath in. And then breathe out, let the whole body relax. And remember, have the left hand on your tummy for men, the right over the top, and for women, right on the top, right on your tummy with the left over the top. Yeah? And take a long breath in. And as you breathe out, give the whole body relax. This time as you take a long breath in, feel it being absorbed in your lungs, feel the lungs inflating. And then breathe out slowly. So you feel the capacity of the lungs increasing every time you breathe in and every time you breathe out. Very good. So that's the 10-minute routine. So we'll go back over the exercise, just talk a little bit about some of the individual pieces. The breathing just starts to regulate the breath. So as soon as we normally breathe quite fast. So as soon as we start breathing slow, and we're breathing long, slow, quiet breaths. As soon as you do that, it changes the way the heart, they've done research on this, and they watch the heart change the way it beats, regulates the heartbeat, regulates the emotions, regulates your mind starts being quieter as well. And so we have this idea the whole body's just sort of slowing down and quietening down. And because we're doing the breath, we're doing long breaths in, long breaths out. So if you think of that oxygen as one of the sources of energy we get as a human being, and normally when we breathe, we only absorb something like, I think it's like 10, 20% of the in-breath of the oxygen we absorb And the other 80%, we breathe it back out again. But if you hold the breath long, if you're breathing in for a lot longer, a lot slower, then the body's going to absorb more oxygen because it's in the lungs longer. It's really simple. And then you can breathe out. So the longer the oxygen's in the lungs, the more the oxygen's going to go into the bloodstream, circulate through the blood. So it's a really simple thing. And so by slowing the breathing right down at the start, all of a sudden you start oxygenating the blood a lot more instantly before we start doing anything else. The next exercise was floating silk hands. This exercise is a really famous exercise. Both palms come up and you breathe in, and when you bring your hand back, you can feel the chest. Your chest is expanding the chest. And then we breathe out through the nose. And then we feel the chest expand again. And then we breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Now with the hands, how they go across the top of the hand, I'm going to go to the side so you can see this. As the hand comes up, as it comes towards the top hand, as it moves towards you, turn the hand over first, and then it slides across the top of the hand. And you can feel the energy parting the hand as it goes across. You can feel the energy between the two palms. Breathing in. As it comes across, turn the hand over first, and then slide it across the top of the hand. You'll be able to feel the energy between the two palms, yeah? And that exercise. It was a great exercise for building lung capacity as well. The next one was pushing cloud, which is one of my favourite exercises for the lungs, and it comes out of the long life system. And this one's simple, and so you're breathing in, and then you lower yourself down, you're breathing out. And you bring your hands down, breathing in, bring that energy up, you bring it up from the ground, into the body, into the lungs, and then breathing out. So when you bend down, I'm going to go to the side so you can see this, breathing in. And when you breathe out, what you don't want to do is stick your bum out. So don't breathe out and go, stick your bum out like that. You don't want to do that. When you're breathing in, and you just want to lower yourself down. The arms go forward, but you want to keep it straight back. Then you bring your arms down and we stand up. And breathe out. Yep. And by keeping that back straight, you keep the integrity of the spine, and the dumai that travels down the spine, so it connects underneath your sacrum. But if you stick your back out, it interferes with the chi flow, yeah? So you want to keep it nice and straight as we do that, yeah? Good. And goes down. We stand up. And we breathe out. And while I'm standing on this, I'm standing on my kidney points to the front of my feet. I'm not standing on my heels. So I'm breathing in from the kidney point, and I'm breathing out, and the whole time I'm sprung. I'm standing on the muscles, yeah? So I'm standing on the balls of your feet, yeah? The next one, Sage Presents Peach, another famous exercise for this. You're going across. Now it's like a U. You start off with the toe, you go back to the heel, across the other heel, and then forward to the toe. And from the toe back to the heel, other heel, then forward from the toe. Go heel, heel, and the hand goes forward as we go to the toe. Then we go back to the heel, across the other heel, and then forward from the toe as we come forward. Okay? So we're breathing in, and we're breathing out. The idea is that you'll hold the peach in your hand, and the other thing I mentioned, don't lean forward and don't lean backwards either. So your back's nice and straight. Heel, heel, toe. Good. Breathing in. But your hand comes up past your lower dantian, over the top of the hand, and comes forward. Then the back hand comes underneath your tummy, over the top of the hand, and comes forward. Okay. Palm down, one palm up. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Perfect. Great exercise, as I said, a great exercise for unwinding yourself from the day. It's a great exercise for de-stressing yourself. As well as we're using it today, we're using the exercise for our lung capacity and for the breathing. But a lot of these exercises have multifacets of what they do. But this is a very, very famous exercise for insomnia as well. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Very good. And we come back, bring your hands down. And the last one was the closing breath. And it's the breath where we've done our exercise, we did the breathing to start, we've done the exercises, and now we're bringing the energy back to our lower dantian. It's our physical center. And we're breathing really deep down into it. And breathe, big breath in. Long, slow breath in, long, slow breath out. Remember, the longer the breath is, the more oxygen we get, the more energy we get, yeah? Breathing out. Breathing in, long breath in. And just think by breathing in just how much more energy you get. And then breathing out. Breathing in. And breathe out. So I'm trying to breathe as long a breath as I can so I get more energy, more oxygen. And then breathe out. So the more you practice this, the more your lungs will get bigger. You have a bigger capacity of your lungs. The bigger the lungs, the bigger the expansion, the more oxygen you get, the more energy you get. So you're trying to expand the lungs as much as you can. When you're breathing, you feel the whole capacity. You feel your rib cage expanding. And then breathing out. Okay. Slow breath. Then breathe in. Rib cage expands. The energy goes down to your lower dantian. Your stomach expands. So the whole thoracic cavity is expanding with energy as you breathe in, and you breathe out, it goes back out. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out. Contract. There you go. Perfect. There you go. Now, if you have any questions about these exercises, please ask, and just practice these exercises, especially if you have any lung difficulties or lung conditions, or even asthma. Doing these exercises is going to increase your lung capacity and the ability to absorb energy from the oxygen. But also it's going to help you with your day-to-day breathing, and when you walk upstairs, you won't get tired at the top of the stairs. You walk up the top and you'll find you're not puffing anymore because your lungs going to get bigger, hold more oxygen, get more energy. Very good. If you have any questions, please ask. Okay? Bye-bye.